Matthew says when Jesus died, the temple veil tore from top to bottom. But here is the part most people miss. That veil was not decoration. It was a boundary, a barrier, a warning that sinful humanity could not simply walk into the holy presence of God. So when the veil tore, it was not an accident. It was an announcement. Matthew 27 says that after Jesus cried out with a loud voice and yielded up his spirit, the veil of the temple was torn in two from top to bottom. Not from bottom to top, from top to bottom. That detail matters, because if the veil was torn from the bottom, men could claim they opened the way, but torn from the top means heaven opened what man could never open. To understand why this is so powerful, you have to understand what the veil represented. In the temple, the veil separated the holy place from the most holy place. Behind that veil was the place associated with the presence of God. Under the Old Covenant, only the high priest could enter, and only once a year on the Day of Atonement, with blood. That means the veil preached a message every single day. God is holy. Sin is serious. Access is restricted. But when Jesus died, that message changed. The sacrifice was complete. The true lamb had been offered. The final high priest had entered the work of redemption, and the barrier was torn open. Hebrews explains the deeper meaning. It says we now have boldness to enter the holiest by the blood of Jesus, by a new and living way. In other words, Jesus did not only die to forgive sins, he died to open access. The torn veil means you do not approach God through animal blood anymore. You do not approach through temple rituals anymore. You do not approach through a human priest standing between you and God. You come through Christ. This is why the timing is so important. The veil did not tear when Jesus was born. It did not tear when he preached. It did not tear when he healed the sick. It tore when he died, because the way into God's presence was opened through his blood. The religious leaders saw an execution. Rome saw a criminal silenced. The disciples saw hope collapse. But heaven was making a public announcement. The old barrier is finished. The shadow has met the substance. The door is open. This is why the cross is not only about being saved from something, it is about being brought into someone. Access to the Father was opened. From distance to nearness, from fear to access, from separation to communion. The real question is this: if the veil is torn, why do so many people still live like they are outside?